Welcome to Wilbur D. Rowe Middle School, where the teachers are great and every single kid is cool. Truly learn with a common goal. We are safe, respectful, and responsible. Home to math minds, some of the best readers, musicians, athletes, scholars, and web leaders. Lots happening in this wonderful place, and there's only one way to stay up to date. So if you got a case of the Sandbox Blues, hit the YouTube, check the Shamrock News. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Not a thing that we cannot do. Growth mindset, it's the Shamrock News. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So if you got a case of the Sandbox Blues, hit the YouTube, check the Shamrock News. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Not a thing that we cannot do. Growth mindset, it's the Shamrock News. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
Hey folks, welcome back to the Shamrock News.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Melanie.
Let's start this week by showing 7th graders how to apply to be a part of the Shamrock News team next year.
Hey 7th graders.
Hey 7th graders.
We were originally going to post Shamrock News applications right before spring break. However, we didn't go to school right before spring break, so we couldn't make that happen.
A lot of you have been calling Mr. Diggs about how, when, and where to apply for next year's Shamrock News team.
And after much deliberation, we got those answers for you. You can now apply for Shamrock News.
Applications, essays, and videos are all due Friday, May 8th. The Shamrock News program is an integral part of the Rowe community.
We not only deliver the news and entertain the staff and students within the school,
but we also represent our building and showcase to our community what happens at Rowe.
When new teachers or administrators apply to work at the school, they are told to watch the Shamrock News. When the district has needed student-made videos, they come to Shamrock News in the past.
When our community has an idea on how to positively affect our culture and environment, they come to the Shamrock News. We run our school dances,
our reading word challenges, events like the paper airplane contest,
for Students 33, the Student of the Month,
tiny school desk concerts, BSU interviews,
and much, much more.
Because of this importance, we are looking for students who represent positivity, work ethic, and togetherness. If you believe that that is you, we would love for you to apply. Here's what you need to do. Go to the Rowe Middle School website and click Shamrock News.
Then at the top of that page, there will be a link to the online application.
You'll need to fill out information about your GPA, programs you belong to, and your technological skills.
You'll also need to write down the names of 2 staff members you'd like Mr. Dick to contact on your behalf of staff recommendations.
You cannot use your 6th grade teachers.
Then you'll need to write an essay explaining why you'd be a great member of the Shamrock News team.
Write this in a Google Doc and then share it with Mr. Dix.
Finally, you'll need to film yourself answering 3 to 5 questions listed in the application. You can edit this video and add titles and music, or you can just film one long video with no editing.
We know this is hard for some people, so we want everyone to be able to showcase their skills and abilities. Once your video is done, share it with Mr. Dix.
If you have any questions about how to do any of this, on the Shamrock News page at the Rowe Middle School website, there is a link to Shamrock News application help slideshow.
Click the link and see if your question can be answered there.
If you still have any questions, email Mr. Dix at dix@dixl@nclac.k12.org.us.
Once again, the application, essay, and videos all due on Friday, May 8th. We will also post the link to our Rowe Middle School IG account. Sorry 6th graders, only this year's 7th graders may apply for Shamrock News.
So apply now to be the positive change of our school's culture. Let's get it, Rowe.
Let's get it, Rowe.
Welcome back to Cooking with Jasmine. Today we're making French toast.
I've put a pan over there that we're going to use later to fry the French toast. Combine 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg, finally 2 tablespoons of sugar. 4 eggs into your sugar, cinnamon, and nutmeg mix. 1/4 cup of milk. Biscuit should look like that, then add 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, not too much because it's really strong. Add that mixture into a pie pan. Melt 4 tablespoons of butter or 1/2 stick. So with clean hands, you're gonna take your bread and you're gonna lay it in this pie pan. for about 3 seconds on each side. Then you're gonna let 2 slices cook at a time for however long it takes each side to get to golden brown. Time you cook 2 slices, you're gonna want to add more butter because, as you can see, our 4 tablespoons are already starting to cook into the French toast, so you're gonna have to add extra so you can get the other pieces cooking just right. Get some maple syrup and enjoy. So what I can make next week?
Have you been feeling a little bleh? Do you need some help getting up and being more physical? Well, the Blazers community IG page has some PE workouts just for you.
Ugh. Are you having trouble getting motivated to do some physical activity?
Do you only do physical activity when someone is leading you?
Well, guess what? You're in luck.
But the first step is getting off this couch.
The Motor Health Center has launched a virtual PE program for students.
So follow @Blazers Community on Instagram.
Then every morning, Monday through Friday, tune in at 10 a.m.
These PE sessions will be 30 minutes long and inspire you to get up and move.
This will be great for your body
And your mind.
So if you need somebody to work out with or need some inspiration to start working out, follow @Blazer Community on Instagram and join their virtual PE sessions.
Two weeks ago in our opening message, we stated that we would be providing mental health tips on how to handle the pandemic. While working with our counselors, we came up with some ways to help us cope. Our first mental health tip, take a break from technology.
Life during the COVID-19 pandemic is something most of us haven't experienced before.
There are a lot of uncertainties related to health, money, education, family, etc.
This is a stressful time for a lot of people in our community.
So we want to make sure we provide some mental health tips that might help some of us cope with all this.
These might not work for everyone, and they could work for some of us.
Just a reminder, if you are struggling at all, you can contact the school counselors and we'll try to hook you up with the assistance and support that you need.
Our first mental health tip is take a break from technology.
We get it. That kind of sends a conflicting message with us also saying we want you to doing school online.
Think about it this way. If you're working on schoolwork and you're emailing teachers and messaging friends and scrolling through TikTok and playing games on your phone and even reading the news about COVID-19, you're going to spend a lot of time staring into a screen.
Be sure to take a break or go outside for a walk. Be sure to stay at least 6 feet away from each other though.
Go read a book.
Go stretch or do some yoga or do some push-ups or do any exercise in some other way.
Go hang out with a sibling.
Go write in your journal. Go play a board game or card game.
Go play an instrument, go do some art. You might even need to schedule your breaks.
Maybe you work for 20 minutes on math and then you go for a walk.
Then you work for 30 minutes on science and you go do something else.
Taking a break gives your brain a chance to rest, and that rest is going to be helpful for your mental health.
So remember,
while
doing online schoolwork,
don't be afraid
to go take a mental health break.
8th graders, if you're interested in running for 9th grade student government, listen up.
Attention Rowe 8th graders.
Many of you expressed an interest in running for student government in order to represent next year's freshman class at Milwaukee.
Guess what?
You can still do that.
We've had to make some adjustments to the plan, obviously, but we figured out a way to make it all work. And it's all going to be due on Friday, May 8th, 2020.
First of all, student government is an awesome program that really makes a difference at the high school level.
In the class, you'll be asked to work with sophomores, juniors, and seniors who have been elected to student government as well.
The 4 grades will collaborate on school dances, school spirit weeks, school events like the blood donation fundraiser and dodgeball tournament, and create content for school social media pages.
In a lot of ways, it's like the high school version of Shamrock News.
There is once again a lot of freedom and responsibility with this class, so we're looking for the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Originally, you would have had to fill out a paper application and submit it to me. However, with everything going on, we are now only going to make those elected this spring fill out the paper applications, and we'll do that sometime this summer.
So for right now, all you need to do is create a 1-minute long video that features you answering 3 of the following 6 questions.
What skills do you possess that make you a suitable candidate for student government?
Why do you want to be part of the student government?
Why do you wish to be in a position to serve your community? What changes do you foresee possible at Milwaukee High Mall?
In what way will you be a positive and productive member of the student government?
Describe a time when you have worked with a team to help accomplish an important task. Explain how this experience will be useful to you in student government.
Then send that video to Mr. Dix at dixl@ntlac.k12.or.us by Friday, May 8th.
Once Mr. Dix receives your videos, he will respond to you and ask you for the names of 2 8th grade teachers you would like to recommend for your student government on your behalf.
The week of May 11th to May 15th, you'll be able to make posters or short video clips that promote you as student government candidate.
You can post them on your social media pages, or you can share them with us, and we will post them on our Rowe social media pages for the week. Then the following Monday, May 18th, your 8th grade science teachers will post a ballot featuring the names of all the candidates in your science Google Classrooms.
8th graders will be able to select up to 4 names from the list.
They'll have an entire week to vote.
The top 4 vote getters will be selected to be part of the next year's freshman class student government program.
If you'd like any help with the questions or application process,
you can go to the Rowe Middle School website and you can click on the tab Shamrock News.
And open up the Student Government Application Help slideshow.
You'll find information on how to film yourself and send the video to Mr. Dix.
A list of questions you will need to answer.
And a reminder of all the steps you need to complete.
So if you see yourself as a future leader at Milwaukee High School or MAW, then you should definitely be applying for this position.
And remember to ask Mr. Dix if you have any questions.
Let's take a look at our Student of the Month theme for April.
Hey Rowe, we're going to try and keep things as normal as possible with our online schooling.
Which means we're still going to be awarding Students of the Month each month.
Once again, we know that online school is hard.
And that there are barriers that keep even some of us most dedicated students from being successful.
However, we want to keep encouraging you to strive and learn.
So this month's Student of the Month quote comes from W.B. Yeats.
William Butler Yeats was an Irish poet and one of the foremost figures of 20th century literature.
He once said, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire." So we are looking for students who've got their educational fires lit.
Maybe these are kids who are completing all their assignments every week.
Or students who are commenting on Google Classroom topics and questions.
Or students who are emailing their teachers.
Or students who go above and beyond their learning expectations.
We'll be awarding our April Students of the Month at the end of the month. Once again, our quote this month is from W.B. Yeats,
who once said, "Education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire."
So get those fires lit, Rowetonians!
This is what we call a metaphor. It means you have a figurative fire lit inside of you. We don't want you to actually start any fires. That could potentially be dangerous. So lighting the imaginary and metaphorical fire in your belly. Do not light fires anywhere else unless your parent and or guardian gives you permission.
Sixth and 7th graders, Ms. Draymond and Ms. Harris have an important announcement about forecasting for the 2020 and 2021 school year.
Okay. Hey all you cool cats and kittens, it's Miss Draymond.
And Ms. Harris, and we're here to let you know forecasting is coming up.
On April 27th, Monday, you will see a Google form pop up in your language arts Google Classrooms. You'll want to read through it carefully and select your preferences in order for next year.
Make sure you prioritize what you really want. For those of you that applied to Avid or Shamrock News, you need to make sure you select yes in that first section.
Please remember, there will be no schedule changes next year. There's no guarantee that you'll get your top choices. We will gladly show you what you chose, so think about your future self.
That's it for us. We miss you. Make sure you continue to log in and work hard.
Get some fresh air as best as you can and work that growth mindset.
See you later.
I think that was fine.
And there's me dancing in the kitchen, not knowing what to do, probably gonna make breakfast. Of course it's gonna be ramen because that's all I ever eat for breakfast. And apparently we're washing a bowl because we're gonna make pandan cake because it's delicious and someone ate mine and I'm really mad, so I'm gonna make pandan cake. It's really good. So you're gonna start off with separating your egg yolks with your egg whites with 5 of the eggs. And you're gonna need 4 of the egg yolks and 5 of the egg whites. Yeah. And then we're gonna get a mixer to mix it all. We're gonna put in 1/2 cup of sugar in with the egg yolks. And then we're gonna take 1/3 cup of oil. No, that is not mustard. It's oil in a mustard can. I have no clue why my family does this, but yep, there's me putting oil in a measuring cup. But yes, 1/3 of a cup of oil into the bowl, and then you're gonna mix with a whisk or electric blender. And then we're gonna take a 1/3 cup of coconut milk, and no, that is not, I don't know why it's in a container, but we do that. It's a weird thing that we do. But yes, 1/3 of a cup of coconut milk inside the mixture. I don't know what I'm doing. I look so weird doing that. Why am I smelling it? But it smells good anyways. And then we're gonna grab your pandan extract and put 1 teaspoon of it. Why am I smelling it? And yes, we're gonna add that into the mixture, like so. What am I doing? I'm just staring at it. I am so weird like that, but yeah. Then we're gonna wash it, and it should look like this. And then we're gonna mix it together until it's a good looking green, like so, with bubbles. Then we're gonna take our special flour, like self-rising flour or whatever you have, and then we're gonna use baking powder. We're gonna put in a half cup of the flour into the measuring cup, but we're gonna sift it so it doesn't get any clumps. So sift that until it looks well. Then you're gonna take your finger and make a little well into the mixture. Then you're gonna get 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder into the mixture. And I don't know why I'm doing that, oh my god. And then we're gonna slap the lid. What am I doing? Oh, okay. And then we're gonna take the mixture and put it inside with the dry ingredients. Then we're gonna mix it nice and slow, but not too fast, just nice and slow. Slow is good. Slow, steady wins the race. And yes, just mix it like so until it gets a good consistency. Then we're gonna take our egg whites and beat it until it's nice and fluffy. And make sure to mix it on high, so it's nice and fluffy. I kind of messed up, so I redid it. And then you're gonna add it to the cake batter and mix it slowly because we still wanted to keep it nice and fluffy. Just mix it nice and slow, and occasionally flipping it with the egg whites. Just nice and slow movements so it stays fluffy when you eat it. Yum. And then, oh, are we not done? Wait, why am I still mixing it? I thought, well, yeah, just keep mixing it until it's like a nice light green. Then you're gonna want to get a cooking pan to put your batter into and put it nice and slow into the pan like so. Then you're gonna take a skewer and mix it all around to get all the air bubbles out, and you can tap it if you want, but I like to do that. Then you're gonna set your oven for 320, and then there's my cat. Put the thing in the oven for 40 minutes, then we wait. I'm gonna go on my computer and play an online game. Oh, there's my character. I made him myself. He looks beautiful. Then once it's all done and cooled down, it should look like this. And I don't know what I was doing, but I decided to flip it and put it on a plate like that. Didn't really like how it turned out, so I went to grab another plate and flip it, and it looked a lot better. And I was really happy. It looks delicious. So I took the first bite because I deserve it. Hee I love it. And it looks really good. And it is really good. I'm so happy. That's it all. Bye.
Thanks for joining us this week, Rowe.
We'll see you next time on the Shamrock News.
Same Shamrock time and same Shamrock place.
Peace.
Peace.
Sunshine in my eyes and a level